to set the subscriber only mode, right? To avoid trolls. Okay. And comment. All right. Today I have a new badge. New badge. Super chat badge. Hope I can use it. But hey, hi everyone. Niyaz Hussein. Hello. Shadow. Hello. Welcome back. Watch with Hacker. Hello. Anthony. Hello. Fabio. 懐かしい。懐かしい。Nostalgic. How's your weekend? It was a rough morning. One of the reasons why I was kind of late. Recently, Hiro wakes up early. Right? It's a kids thing. They wake up early in the summer time because, sun goes up earlier. And they're like, time to play in like 5 a.m. or well, definitely earlier than usual, right? So yeah, it was rough morning because I'm not a morning person, and I kind of forgot about the fact that kids wake up earlier in this time of year. I couldn't sleep so long. But I'm here, trying my best to be present. Amabea, 日本へ戻りたい。Do it up. Oh, I got a crown. Yeah, almost immediately. Look, こんにちは。お疲れ様です。Thanks. Brody, oh, welcome back. It's been a while, I suppose. ね。いやいや。I've been working a lot and I'm at work now, being a while for sure. Oh, okay. Glad you can make it this time. Seymour, thanks for the super chat. First super chat of the day. Alex, hi. Gerard Diamond. How did you hide all that hair under the beanie? I mean, that's Ashton, right? You were talking about Ashton. Ashton has that blonde hair. Seymour to... Oh, David. Wow, that's a big super chat already. see more と David. Oh, this means I can use the new sticker. So this is from Gacha, Gachapon. It's really cute. It's actually very popular, and I had a hard time finding the gacha because I mean it's popular, and every time I see, it's either I didn't have coins because gacha you have to use coins, so either I didn't have coins or sold out, the empty gacha. So I was waiting for the restock for a while, and I finally did it. Jajan! Can you see it? And it doesn't focus a lot. It's a pig pill. Pig pill. なんだろう? How can I show you properly? I think this is the best. It's big in the pill case, pill container. And in Japanese, pigs are 豚でしょ? And this pill is called 豚民. 豚民. So there are many other variations for this. For example, bird pills とか hamster pills, dog puppy pills とか. I got pigs, and I wanted bird pills, but 豚民 pig pill for David. Yeah. Thank you, David. So. And that gacha costs 400 yen. 400 yen is it's quite a lot. For a gacha, that's just one piece of gacha. Costs 400 yen, which is $2.5 to $3, somewhere between. Yeah. It's kind of expensive to me. I don't know. Recently, gacha is becoming expensive, but more precise, precise or kind of fancier. Gacha, when I was a kid, those are 100 yen. Usually either 100 yen or 200 yen. And if it's 300 yen, it's that's a fancy one. That has to be a fancy one. But these days, there are gachas that cost 400, 500 even, and then many adults buy them too. So I think they are taking advantage of that. I mean, quality is becoming better too. But yeah. Hi, you always make me happy. Oh, that's sweet. Jared, how did you hide all that? I already read that. I think June will end and July will begin. You think? 一緒にご飯を食べますか? Burgers. Nice. How about you at the moment? How is the new BK in Japan? What's BK? Have you heard? Okay. Slow that can just. でもね、チーズバーガーですね。まあ、it's you see sushi over there isn't so good unless you pay a lot. It's kind of like that, I guess.
Your stream is a little spotty.
Spotty?
Yeah, it's cutting out. I'm not sure if it's just my machine. Maybe check with chat, but it might be
People don't say anything though.
Okay, maybe it's just my.
But let me know if the chat is becoming spotty or choppy. なんか seems like kind of choppy on Justin's phone, so. Frank, thanks for the super sticker and welcome back. Good day, mate. Frank. Thank you. And Brody. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, the cheeseburger generally is, less quality in Japan. If you go to like a gourmet burger restaurant in Japan, then you will get a decent one. Or you go to like なんだっけAmerican burger chain. I forgot the name. There's a nice one here and there, but you don't expect good burgers in Japan in general. Brody, what is the media you follow the most? Film, TV, music, fashion? Is there something you consider yourself an amateur expert in? What does that mean? Media I watch the most かな。どうだろう、follow the most? Film, TV, music, fashion. そうだね。We don't have TV. I don't have TV. I don't watch TV. So probably social media, but not like that. You know what I mean? I check out for social media to and follow like media, right? Like mainstream media or experts, journalists, those kind of people. That's the main resource in general. 魔人だって。魔人ルサーフォード。Welcome. Cutlass. What was the grand prize? 400 yen seems like a lot. Oh, it's just a bunch of like variations. The same thing. Pig pills or bird pills, penguin pills. It's all the same. It's not like different. It's just generally costs 400 yen for one gacha. Yeah. It's a pricey side for sure, yeah. Inflation is hitting gacha. So, yeah, for sure. Do you have the gacha machines with the colorful bouncy balls in them? Yes. Not bouncy, but yeah, plastic balls. It's like a Pokemon ball. Pokeballs. Dead Ed. What is something you'd like to see integrated in Japan from the outside? That's a very creative question. Integrate でしょ Not something I want to just import, but want to integrate. Nah, it's kind of hard. It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't come up, but interesting question. Keitaro, welcome back. Du Haut, Guten Morgen. 違う、Guten Abend. 200 yen が $2.5. Then I guess 400 yen is something like, yeah, late, like something around $3. A little choppy, but not too bad. そこそこチョッピーか。Sorry about that. Wanted to say that Japan burger and sandwiches are on another level of delicious. Really? Like what kind of, like which kind of place are you talking about? There are nice, like very nice burgers for sure. Like using like Wagyu beef burger shop or things like that. If you look for it, definitely you can get something nice, but not so like available, especially when you live outside the big city like Tokyo. Freshness burger is mid also. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Freshness burger, I guess. I don't know why. I can't really explain. Watching until the end. Hey. Is it true that they have custom-made fire hot food where they make the sauce light up on fire? What are you talking about? I saw a Japanese chef pour sauce and light it on fire at the 5-star or high-end restaurant. What do you think about this? Alright, too random. Sorry. Just too random. I can't follow your questions. It's all over the place. Does Florida man crave American food a lot? He does, and he cooks them. This week, we did barbecue with other international family, the neighbor family, and Justin cooked bunch of mac and cheese and wings and brought them to the barbecue, and yeah, kids loved it. My kids and everyone loved it. It's a very American taste, you know. Kanta, hello. Would fancy meals cost for a steak in Japan? Would fancy meals cost for us? Would it be better price or more expensive? Would you pay $500 for a steak? I'm confused. Steak in Japan. Yeah. Have a good shops that makes is it like Australia? Because it's not in Japan. Daring. If I live in Osaka, should I just learn Kansai dialect or forget learning from that? There are certain internet. Well, keep learning Japanese and speak would be great. Hello. Oh no, it says it's fine. Like, 本当だ、チョッピーだ。Yep. What's going on? What's going on?
Did you update Streamlabs?
Nope. No, 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 don't write it. Don't write. Hello, chat. What are you eating? What did you just eat? Or lick? これか。No, no, no, don't eat it. No, don't. Yikes, yikes. Somewhat froze, but then hero time. Yeah. Trying to fix it. ちょっとからtell. Here's the tech guy.
What am I supposed to do?
How can I fix this?
Update your Streamlabs before you start streaming?
だってもう I can't do that anymore.
I don't know.
Tasty choke. Everything's fine now. Because of Hiro.
Okay. I'm gonna head out.
Hiro fixed it.
No, thank you, Hiro. He's the tech guy. Real tech guy.
Yeah?
Baka.
Don't say Baka. No,
Maybe it's the
sorry about that.
Oh
Yeah, now the internet is good. The connection is good. But it was like 1 or 2 lines before that, but now it's 4 or 5 full Wi-Fi. Okay, maybe because he was watching Paw Patrol, the using some data there might affect. Yeah, but I will I will download Streamlab again.
Alright, say bye-bye. To chat, not to me. Bye-bye. No? Okay. Hey,
Have fun. Oh, cute kid. Did he say Baka? He did say Baka. Sometimes he says that, like, randomly. Yeah, maybe because of Paw Patrol. Maybe. But we'll see. Don't say Baka. Hiro fixed it. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll go with this for now. Shogun Burger is amazing though. As an American, highly recommend. Shogun Burger ね. I've had Shogun Burger too. It's like a burger world champion みたいな. They got the title Shogun Burger. It's in Tokyo, Shinjuku. It's a small place. You might have to line up a little bit, but it's worth it. It's a very high-end burger. Very nice quality. Justin loved it too. So, good news. Good news, I'm communicating with your culture but shy about meeting my date in person. I'm communicating with you a culture but shy about meeting my date in person. So you have a date but haven't met in person? What? I need more context on it. ね、グラムリンザゲね。バイバイヒロー。シーモア。ヒロー、フロリダマンクローン。そうね。まあヒロー really looks like Justin, huh? まあ、so far ね。 He has more like, blonde hair and, you know, like more defined face structure kind of thing. So yeah. Usually the oldest kids look alike their dads. Usually, if you pay attention and look around, probably the oldest looks more like their dads. I look like my dad, not my mom. Um, and seeing other kids, it's like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it makes sense. I don't know why. It must be some kind of a biological thing. I don't know, but yeah. Sorry, my AC is making noise. Shit. Paw Patrol is over there. It is very popular for both boys and girls. Paw Patrol. And Hiro loves it. Hiro loves it. Yeah, it's got puppies, it's got all the like trucks and cars, machines. It's got everything kids love, right? So, but there are some like nuance. Of course, it's in Japanese, right? Japanese dub. In Japanese dub, rider is called Kento, not rider or rider, but Kento, Kento-kun. And Rubble, the like a bulldog with the bulldozer, he speaks Osaka dialect. He's Osaka-jin in Japanese Paw Patrol. Yeah. So when he says like I'm on it, and he goes in Japanese like 任しときって任しとき Osaka dialect ね。Like 任しときは more like I'm on it, you got it かな you got it とか、なんか leave it to me みたいな。任しとき. But yeah, it's fun watching in two languages, English and Japanese. It's fun. Having multiple streams will use up internet bandwidth. Downloading Paw Patrol beforehand is a good idea. なるほどなるほど. I see. Chase is on the case. Yeah, those like puns doesn't really work in Japan, so they really cut out those like puns from Paw Patrol, which is kind of like unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't go like that in Japan. So yeah, Chase doesn't say something like Chase is on the case, Rubble on the double とかね。Yeah, yeah, doesn't they don't have that in Japanese. まあだけど fire なんか燃えてきたぜみたいな。There are some things that they can translate into Japanese, but there are some things like Chase is on the case, Rubble on the double. Yeah, just yelp for help とか those puns are gone in Japanese show. Yeah. So is your son mainly focused on English or Japanese at this stage, and what is your strategy? We don't have much strategy. We just teach him both. But so far he has more English vocabularies than Japanese vocabularies. そうだね。He recently said something like, oh, I actually shared on the short, like yesterday, or Instagram reel. But yeah, some of his English vocabularies. He goes, he can say puppy. He can say puppy. なんかやっぱり probably got it from Paw Patrol, you know. Puppy. He can say puppy. Monkey goes something like Bucky. Monkey, Bucky, key, cookie. Because we also show Cookie Monster, Sesame Street とか。So he says cookie, cookie. あとは、slowly learning English faster than Japanese so far. Do you think there's any truth in Japan wanting to make it more expensive and harder for foreigners to enter? No, things are becoming expensive, not because they want to get foreigner away. It's definitely not because we don't have, compared to like other like tourists countries, like tourism countries like Thailand, Japan doesn't have like なんだろうな tourists tax とか we don't have much tourist tax things like that. Although Japan is very much welcome rich foreigners, right? If you are rich, and they have some kind of a point system, right? And if the person makes so much money in Japan and taxing in Japan, of course, they can get permanent visa in a year. Usually it takes like 10 years. If you are like normal citizen, then it takes more than 10 years to get permanent visa. But if you get paid like, I think it was 2000万. 2000万 is around 150,000? $150,000? I can't translate very well. 2000万。なんだっけ。Yeah, $150,000. Yeah. Yeah, if you make that much money, approximately that, yep, you can get permanent visa easily. It's all about money. But I don't think they are raising prices just specifically to kick foreigners out. Account pictorial. You tell me that God brought the sun somewhere without Iwan? What? What's Chase called? Chase. And there are female tourist guides. You could pay for a personal tour for a day that would take you to restaurants and parks. That might be a way to walk on shyness. あ、そうだね。Rental girlfriend or rental girlfriend, basically. うん。How about Zuma? Zuma は Zuma。うん。Zuma is called Zuma. まあ、he has like a California dog, right? California pup. He's like cool dude, right? Well, it definitely doesn't have that vibe in Japanese. Zuma, yeah. Kind of changed the vibe, right? Computer advice. Also, connecting your computer directly with a cable is the best. Yeah. I'm working on it. Imagine learning English and Japanese at the same time. ね。Yeah, definitely. まあ、his language, なんだっけ、language progress is good, but not particularly faster than the other kids, I guess. But it's okay to learn slow, especially when he is なんだっけ、bilingual, right? It might take more time. なんか、for example, my neighbor, half British, half Japanese kids, but they can both speak. But they have three kids, right? And all of them speak. But basically, they are all bilingual. But and conversation Japanese is like no problem. Maybe still a little bit like なんだろうな。Well, maybe when especially in their school, Japanese school, their Japanese class, they don't seem to do very well, like not very well compared to the other kids who were born and raised in Japan, right? But in their case, their Japanese language level is a little less than the average Japanese kids. Well, I think that's like normal, especially when they are based on the UK and spend few months, like 3 months, 4 months in Japan in a year, right? So their main base is kind of like UK. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to see all those bilingual kids doing, right? And in Hiro's case, he mostly lives in Japan, so his Japanese level will be probably okay, but English ability might be slow. And it really depends on the environment, I guess. I have seen videos talking about things like foreigner tax and higher prices for foreigners, but not sure if it's made up or not. There are some services like that, but I would that like would that be to avoid foreigners? No, it's just you know they have to make extra something to serve foreigner, right? That's why they have like some kind of taxes or higher price on foreigners. They're not like completely because if they don't want you to come, then no gaijin, no gaijin sign. That's what you see, right? Yeah. Gerard Diamond, thanks for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you everyone for all the support. There's a lot of content about Japan having problems with over tourism. Yeah, だってさ, just too many. It's just too many. When I go to Tokyo, it's like, oh my gosh, it was never been like this before, right? なんか, it's a very, Japan is now popular destination, very popular destination, right? I think I've told you before, last week かな. Japan is the basically roughly third popular country Americans visited in 2024, right? Last year, Japan was the third most popular place to visit. Number one was Canada, right? Well, makes sense, Canada. And number two was UK, makes sense. English-speaking countries, easy to go, nice vacation. But next was Japan, not even South Korea, not even like, I don't know, some other like Italy, France, some European countries, but Japan was the third popular place. What's that? That's like, and then all those, like 50 something states go into this tiny country, Japan. Yes, of course, over tourism, and that's just America, and many other countries are interested in Japan nowadays. So yeah, definitely I see even my town, which is not Tokyo, even I see many tourists here to stay, because it's like easier access in Tokyo, because Tokyo hotels are becoming more overpriced or like just fully booked. So it's hard to book hotels in Tokyo nowadays. So people are taking staying in hotels in like closer city around Tokyo, right? So yeah, I see like foreigners, tourists nowadays more than ever. ね. There's a lot of content about Japan having problems with. I just saw that. How much money would you wish you had? How much money? Wish I had. Like, more is more? More is better. More is better. Why not? まあね、でも、そうだね。How much is enough? Well, generally speaking, when it comes to living in Tokyo area, mainly Tokyo area, if your household income is more than 800 to 800万円. 800万円 is like around $50,000. $50,000 a year. Household. So, it's either your income or you and your partner's income is 50,000 dollars. Then most people are happy. I think that's the statistic in Japan. The statistic, which was a long ago. So, and my inflation, thinking about inflation, it's probably a little more. But I guess that's the money I wish I had. But our income is like much less than that, to be honest. Well, we are trying to make it. But yeah. if you make a lot of money, you can get a visa in plenty of places. Yeah, like rich people, man. They have more choices, of course. I've seen videos about Lawson's covering up the view of Mount Fuji so tourists don't gather there. Oh, ne. Yeah, that's a controversial news. To have to rent a girlfriend is, I think, using rental girlfriend for the practice would be a good idea, but fall in love with a rental girlfriend is sad. Yeah, I get that. I don't rent girlfriends. I think one way to get mugged. I don't think it's how you use it, right? Because rental girlfriend, they don't allow any intimacy, right? Maybe they can hold hands, but they don't allow kisses. They don't allow, like, of course, having sex with them. That's prohibited. So basically, you have this girl to chat, go to places, sharing meals and that kind of things, but not like intimacy. That's the rule. And if you use that to simply practice dates, then I don't think that's a bad idea. I think it's actually a brilliant idea. Because if you ask that, then you can even get some kind of feedback from those rental girlfriends, right? So I think it's a very good way to use it. But if you are thinking, if you rent a girlfriend because you are lonely, because you want to feel like you have a girlfriend, that's not the way to use it. Yeah. What if you were a neurosurgeon? How much would you be paid if you had a top career? I don't know how much they get paid. I don't know. まあね、でも Japanese doctors might not make so much money than you think. Oh, thank you, Seymour, and see you later. I'll give you I guess, Gaga. Hiro left one here, so thank you. And have a good night. Jeff Anime. Hello. Renting a girlfriend isn't that bad actually. I don't think so. It's again how you use the service. Only a guy that can't pull women would say that. Oh, don't be so judgmental. Rentals are fine as long as you're having fun and understand boundaries. That's what I would say. Well, anything you can use to improve your life then, right? Subjectively, I didn't notice any foreigner taxes on anything when I went. If there was one, it was still cheap prices, honestly. Went to Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka around Christmas, New Year recently. Oh, okay, then it's not that bad. Even so, even if they were doing the foreigner tax. Japan is mainstream. Yeah, it's strange, but yeah. Cherry Blossom Festival, ne? Wow, Cherry Blossom season, yeah, it's a nightmare. Too many people. Japan is safe and not America. I mean, yeah. Have you seen the comedian? Atsuko. Atsuko. なんだっけ? What was her name? Atsuko. She's a comedian. Half Japanese, half Taiwanese living in the US, right? I think she is very famous nowadays, so you might know. Ah, この人。敦子おかつか。この人。敦子おかつかさん。うん。まあ、そうそうそう。まあ、ユニークヘアスタイルね。This unique hairstyle. Yeah. And she was like, no Japanese person needs to move to America. I was like, yeah, that was kind of fun and it's kind of true. うん。まあね、like if you are born and raised in Japan, then at this point, there's no reason to move to the US. And you know, if that happens, something must have went wrong. They screwed up in Japan, so they want to move to the US. Yeah. 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 It's kind of sad. America was always like dream to me. Teenager, when I was teenager especially, I wanted to visit the US someday. I wanted to work there and perhaps live there, right? I was dreaming about that. Well, yeah. But nowadays, I almost completely lost that interest, to be honest, to move to the US. It's sad. It's sad. But I don't think, in general, it's safe. I can't even afford to do so. We can just afford Japan, right? Afford Japan's, like, rent, tax, everything. But we will go broke AF if we move to the US. It's just so expensive nowadays, right? So expensive. And doesn't look safe, right? Of course, if you choose like, I don't know, maybe there is some places. Maybe there are places that I don't even know yet, like some states, towns that are like cheap and safe. Cheap and safe, you know. But I don't know, in general, doesn't seem like great idea. Especially nowadays, like, yeah. Japan is safe. Japan is relatively cheap compared to the US or European countries, right? So we can't really find a reason to leave Japan for now, at least for now. We are open to the idea for sure. It'll be great that Hiro can experience culture and lives outside of Japan. So we definitely are open to that, but realistically speaking, it's hard, right? Enough money to pay bills and live comfortably. Yeah, exactly. Tourists were tearing up 静岡。富士山ね、Mount Fuji view. Some tourists take photos of a geisha without their consent. That seems like the issue, right? ね。Brian, thanks for the super chat. アメリカ、ニューヨーク州、バッファロー。バッファローね。Thank you. ちょっと待って。Thank you, Brian. Sorry, なんかちょっとspace is becoming smaller. So. And Frank, thanks for the super chat. The second super chat かな。Right. I'll give you the monkey. Bucky, according to Hiro. Bucky. Bucky eating banana, according to Hiro. Thank you, everyone. Atsuko, Katsuka. So. I feel the same as an Aussie, right? ね、Australia would be more realistic destination for us, Japanese people, or you know. The American dream is kind of dead at this point. Yeah, seems like it. I bought lotion, beard hair dye, and shaving cream, and all together cost 35 USD. Oh. Lotion と hair dye and shaving cream. けどね、that's kind of expensive, yeah. Kurt, do Japanese like date date a man from the US? I mean, if a Japanese woman finds such a man to her liking. ちょっと I don't understand. Do Japanese women date foreigners? Like Americans? Yes. There are many Japanese women who date and married to Americans. Just like me. But not the majority. I'm not talking about the majority. Majority people, majority Japanese women date and get married to Japanese men. Of course, that's the majority. And when it comes to foreign men, Korean men are the most popular. But guess there are still women who are open to the idea, who are dating American men. でもね、as I said, I don't think many Japanese women are willing to move to the US at this point. なんか move, I think they are still like they would have fun visiting the US, but living there might be a very difficult idea, especially what media recently tell us. まあね, so it kind of affects, but if you are open to move to Japan, that's like, okay, you have more chance, definitely. I think you are better off moving to Vietnam or Cambodia to retire opposed to America. まあ、retire ね。なんか、yeah, many people move to those countries when they, when retire. And that sounds very, fun. America is a bigger country with bigger population, more opportunities, and bigger salaries. Other than that, I can't think of other benefits of America. まあね、higher salary, higher living costs. Coffee and breakfast sandwich was $14. Wow. $14. Oh my gosh, that's like... Coffee is like $1 in Japan. If you go to 7-Eleven, you can get a cup of coffee with $1, and sandwich is like $2, right? So it's like $3-4 in Japan. And wow, $14 ね。Wow. I will be in Japan living by the end of this year though. Oh, that's nice. Brian, you're welcome. Thank you. Uh, Firom かな. I do like Japan, but I wouldn't be able to live there long term. All my friends and family are here. Maybe I can retire there. I don't know. Okay. まあね。That's that's the risk, right? If you are moving to other countries. And I don't know, if it's just yourself, just do the thing that makes you happy. If you want to stay with your family, that makes you happier, then stay in your country. But if you want to move to Japan and explore the new country, then move to Japan. But if you are saying, if I don't want to move to my country, I don't want to move my country because I have family here, then and then I expect my woman to come to my country, then like, okay, what the fuck, right? Uh, yeah, just leave everything behind and come to my country. Like, that's something like that you ask for, huh? Anyways, but if that's yourself, then that's make the decision that favors you, right? It's getting bloody expensive to live here too. Our government loves taxes. We have GST. GST ってなんだ? What's GST? But yeah, I feel you, man. Australia housing market is insane. That's also true. まあね、そうね。Cost of living is probably very high in Australia, but the how how they are open to foreigners, how easier to get visas there, I think it's more realistic. Bye, John. Fake name. I held hands with my girlfriend for the first time recently. Great. I'm embarrassed how much I've been thinking about it since. そっか。But hey, congratulations, you moved forward. 梅おにぎり美味しいね。How can I enter Japan by sea? No passport without them noticing. Are you talking about being an illegal immigrant? Man, if you get caught by Japanese immigration office, then it's gonna be not fun. Not fun. まあね。まあ if I'm serious, yeah, you might have seen the news, right? The woman who was in the immigration office to the facility, she passed away because of health issue, and they didn't let her go see doctors or anything, and then just let her die, right? It seems like you're gonna be a really unfair situation. Yeah. So I definitely don't recommend that, but but man, we are island. This country is island. So if you wanna come by sea, then you have to be something like swim. or be なんかボックスっていうかコンテナsmug in a container and yeah that's yeah yeah bye Anthony. It's the same if an American expects a Japanese woman to leave her family and friends to move to America. yeah, yeah. まあね、でもね、結構いますね。people who come to my consultation and I always ask the situation and usually many of them are like even though they live in the US or their country at this point they are still open to move to Japan, right? But there are some men who are like, well, I actually don't know if I can move to Japan, right? But I want to find a Japanese girlfriend and potentially get married to one. And I was like, so how does that happen, right? What would you expect, right? And I can understand if that comes from a man who is, very successful and can afford to have, housewife, and doesn't have to rely on partner's income or anything, then I can understand. He can take care of her and, you know. But usually many of them are like, maybe it's not that they are not that successful, right? But saying like, I'm not sure. Would be great if the girl comes over to America, right? なんかね、that's definitely like too much expectation かな。unrealistic expectation, right? あとはそうだね。そうだね。location issue, it's big, right? If you are in the US, and especially, if you are not living in the coast area, like East Coast, West Coast, then you definitely don't have many opportunities to meet Japanese women, right? Japanese people in general. So that's the huge disadvantage, right? Yeah, that's why I want to hold some parties, like online parties that Japanese people and foreigners can get together and become friends. I want to create that kind of space in the future. と Shadow by I wonder if, especially as a guy, how hard a nursing work visa would be to get. That might be a shoe in. Okay. Nursing っていうのは nursing like you are talking about nurse at the hospital or maybe that, huh? ね これはね、if you don't speak Japanese, then I don't think that's a very like, because hospitals require you to speak Japanese, right? So if that's not the case, if you don't speak Japanese, then you might just have to look for the job in なんか military bases かな military base、base hospital とか、かな。Other than that, I don't see so much hope there, to be honest. Goods and services tax, we pay it on everything. Yeah, like everything, right? Japan too. Value added tax. Do you have any better ideas for moving to Japan? It seems either sneak in or get rich. まあね、seems like it. まあ、easiest is to become successful and make so much money, but man, if you want to come to Japan, move to Japan easily, もうね、English teacher dispatch, that's it. もう、だってね。If you have more like engineer, if you are engineer and if you are young, they might have opportunities for you. But if you are not young and don't have like engineering kind of skill set, then just believe me, English teacher is the easiest way to come to Japan. And you can just change your job after being an English teacher, right? Illegal immigrants are sent to detention centers here. We have a lot of boat people from Indonesia trying to enter illegally. へえ、そっか。インドネシア。ああ、yeah, it's kind of close. へえ。オンライン合コン。ESL ティーチャー。ESL じゃないイングリッシュ。ALT じゃなくて ESL. Never heard of it. But yeah, English teachers usually don't get paid well. That's why I suggest to look for other jobs, other gigs once you move to Japan with the dispatch company, right? And dispatch company take even more money than from your salary, right? So get out of the dispatch as soon as possible. Yeah, like get a direct hired job or like college jobs or start your business, whatever, but just get out of the dispatch company. The easiest visa you can get to live and work in Japan is working holiday visa. まあね、it's not the long-term visa, but long enough, I guess. 1 year かな ?1 year visa, working holiday. Or maybe you can extend 2 years or something? Yeah. Yeah. If you are young enough, then sure. But I don't think they have that in America. No? まあ、シャドウは European country. European, yeah, some European countries and Australia we accept working holiday students, people, かな working holiday people. But I don't think we have the agreements with America. So I don't think American people can use that visa. I believe. Because Japanese people can't go to America and use the visa, right? We have working holiday visa with Australia, some European countries, and Canada, Korea, many places, but not America. ESL stands for English as a second language. Okay. So, second language. Okay. So when you are not an English native, but speak English as a second language and teaching English, then you are ESL. Is that the thing? It's easy enough to get a visa to Australia. Yes. Actually, many of my friends went to Australia with the visa, working holiday visa. And one of them even moved to Australia and got married there. Oh, not with Australian guy. Well, she's Japanese. My college friend. She lives in Australia and she got married to Hong Kong guy. But they both live in Australia now. And she originally started from the working visa. So yeah, seems like that's a, good way to start for Japanese people. Princia Inc. I tried to get a visa, but I only have middle school degree. そっか、that's hard. That's hard. だね。Because a lot of Japanese companies, even English teachers, right? They require degree, college degree. So, yeah, you might have to think about other options, or get the degree first and try get the job. Working holiday is 1 year maximum, and not all countries have it. I think America has it. Do they? Definitely not with Japan, though. I wanna visit a Japanese language school and get student visa, but I need 5 million yen for it. 5 million yen. 5万円 ?5万円 ?50 万円かな ?50 万円かな That's a lot. That's a lot. But yes, school, considering you are going to school, then 5 million yen sounds like a decent, like, not overly priced. But, そうだよね。そうだよね。でも、だって even if you come to Japan with as a student, right? If you don't have don't have degree, you can't. It's less likely to be able to get a job there, right? You might enjoy Japan while you are in Japan, and You will learn Japanese. Your Japanese will be improved. But then what? You need more like longer span plan, I think. Yeah. Your students are the ones learning English as a second language. Okay, okay. It can also be called EFL, English as a foreign language. Okay, okay. なんか ALT とかじゃなくて ALT。なんかちょっとわかんないや。うーん。It's much easier to get into China, Thailand, and South Korea as ESL teacher. Not only is Japan oversaturated, but requires a bachelor's degree. ああ、そうなんだ。So the other countries like China, Thailand, they don't require bachelor's degree so much. That's interesting. It's kind of silly criteria though. ね。なんでI mean, yeah. I don't see why. I kind of get like you know most of Japanese company require the degree, right? Some kind of degree, and they don't care what kind of major you did. But degree, right? It's more like a status than they are what kind of skill sets or knowledge they actually have. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they learned, how they acted, the behavior while they were college students. But it's more about the, you know, it's more about the, yeah, status. Yeah. And if you don't have that status, they don't want you, which is silly. But yeah, that's Japanese job market. Weak internet access かな。That's the most expensive way, and they limit how much part-time work you can do. Right? If you are a student, you can't work so much. Maybe you can work at convenience stores or restaurants, but it's limited. So yeah, going to a Japanese language school without having vision sounds like waste of money, right? Too many Americans try to enter that way, so the degree weeds people out. Hmm. What are your opinions on Japanese dating apps like with pairs? I've lived here 2 years now and I can't stand how expensive they are. Also, LT1 assistant language teacher. Yeah. I thought those people are English teachers, right? So I don't know. Anyways. ね、expensive だよね。Yeah. And men have to pay, right? Japanese apps. Men have to pay. So you have to be, you don't want to stay there so long. My recommendation is to level up your profile and try use that in a relatively high season like before Christmas season, summertime season とか。Then just use for a few months at a time. Don't stay there too long. ね。 But even so, I think Japanese apps like with pairs, I think they are genuinely better than like Western apps because yes, pictures are very important, like appearance is very important, but Western apps like Bumble or Tinder, especially Tinder, it's more about like it's all about appearance, right? Pictures are the like main focus, and then you can't really choose or see their inside. Compared to those apps, Japanese apps, they have a very like variety of ways to find people. Especially they have like なんか communities and tags. For example, if you are like interested in なんだろう pottery, まあ pottery ね。I don't know how many people are into pottery, but let's say you are into pottery. Then you go to pottery community on the app and you can find women who are also interested in pottery, right? And that's, you know, you can initiate conversation, you have something in common, and it's not all about her looks, right? So I think using those features increase like genuine connection, increase the chance to find genuine connection with other people. But yeah, you don't want to stay there too long because it costs you. Also, nowadays, because Japanese people are still using online dating, right? It's still common. There are many like newcomer apps, and some of them are trash. Some of them are becoming like it's actually good and becoming popular, right? For example, the app called Bachelor Date. Bachelor Date. It's interesting. Bachelor Date. It's a dating app, but it's not a traditional dating app. I would say more like a neo dating app. Neo dating app. Basically, you sign up for the app. They have some criteria. You have to make certain amount of money. You have to turn in your visa status and stuff like that. But yeah, you sign up and you you can ask for some criteria in women, like what kind of age range, what kind of like jobs they have and such. And they pair you up with a woman, right? And they will set a date for you. They even have a なんか restaurant reservation for you even. So all you have to do is to show up. まあ send a message before you go to the date and just show up. You don't have to, you know, swipe in. You don't have to do all those like dating app thingy. But they will pair you up. And it's a blind date. So people don't judge you by your looks. To meet, right? Once you meet, they will judge your appearance. But before you meet, that's not the first impression. Yeah. Those kind of apps are like emerging nowadays in Japan. So yeah, I want to make a separate video about it. Like alternative ultimate way to meet Japanese women みたいな Because there are many new apps, like good apps, not traditional apps like pairs and with, you know. I wouldn't say traditional, but my mainstream apps are with and pairs, but there are also neo apps. So maybe marry a girl. I wanted to meet a girl, but she don't come. She don't came because she was scared of my best friend, because she is a yandere. Okay. Um. Yeah, you can just marry a girl like that, right? It sounds like it's easier to just go to the school. And easier than getting a degree and get actual job. It's easier to just get married to a Japanese girl and move there. Okay. Undrafted Hof. I went to Japan a couple years ago and I noticed that people in Osaka were super friendly and open compared to Tokyo. That's what I've been saying. Any advice how to open to people in bigger cities like Tokyo? They don't open. They don't open themselves so easily. They don't. Like 関西とか、those second big cities, or people in like west side, Kansai, 大阪 or like Kyushu, like west side Japan, they are relatively more friendly than people in the east coast, right? And you can't change about that, right? But the general advice is that have things in common and learn the language. That's it. There's no magic that open Tokyo people up, right? Level up your Japanese. It doesn't have to be super fluent. As long as you try, people will notice that, oh, this foreign person is trying to our language. I can appreciate that. I want to help him or her. I want to help this person, and I want to, try my best to make friends with this person, right? So, yeah, don't just show up and just speak in English like you are supposed to, right? Yeah, show the respect to the culture, to the people, and have things in common, right? Find things in common. Maybe show up on join the community that you are interested in, genuinely interested in, or find, from the conversation, maybe you can find things in common, like what you like, what this person like. And yeah, usually that's how conversation starts, and find things in common, and maybe potentially get a chance to go another, like, hang out, right? Oh, you like ramen? I know a good place. Let's go to the place together next time. Something like that, right? And you just, yeah, Osaka people are more friendly, and then Tokyo people are relatively colder, and it takes time. But you just have to accept that. You can't, なんだろう, there's no magic to use here. You just have to be patient. You just have to be, respectful and find things in common and try to have fun conversation. That's the way. I know it's boring, right? Okay. I know my answer is boring, but that's really it. There's no like magic words or magic like approach. Sorry? Not sorry. Tom, you're awesome. Yay, you're awesome too. Thank you. Kansai and Kyushu is much friendlier. True. How about Hokkaido? Hokkaido people, compared to Tokyo people, they are more like warm. They are more warm. Definitely warmer than Tokyo people. But friendlier than Osaka people? No, not as much as Osaka people. Really want to travel Japan. Yeah, now is the time to do. Codec. Wow, I didn't know you live streamed. Hello from the USA. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Kanto region, your Keigo band, Song Keigo need to be on point. そうだね. Kind of distant, right? Is Okinawa expensive? Generally, I don't think so. But maybe tourist area are a little more expensive, yeah. You think Kyoto is friendly to foreigners? They don't even like each other. Kyoto is one different place, yeah. Kyoto is like one nation, right? Best bet to live here is attend a 2-year language school, start dating seriously, then change from a student visa to spouse, but build connections and skills as you go. Yeah, some people think that's easier than going through like getting some kind of skill set and get a work visa. どうなんだろう? I guess for some people that's easier. For some people. But less stable, I would say, to keep the visa, right? Because it kind of, you have to depend on your spouse in that case. ね? Yeah. I would argue that, but I'm sure there are some people who it's just generally easier to find a girlfriend, get married to her, and then just stay in Japan. Get a spouse visa, right? Fiance visa bros. Maybe marry my yandere friend, but it's only friendship. Her ex is so cool, I think I am not as cool. Any advice for dating yandere girls? I don't know what to say about this, to be honest. So, by saying friend, what actually is it? Friendship. Like, friendship? Situationship? Are you talking about situationship? Or friends with benefit? So you actually have some kind of romance going on, but you guys haven't put the title as like an official couple, and you want to elevate your friendship to relationship. That's what you're talking about, or you guys are really just friend. No, no holding hands, no kissing, no any intimacy, but friend. And you think you have a chance to get married to her. That's a big, that's a two different things. So I need to know which one you are at, kind of. I have to catch up a lot. Sorry, guys. ジュランダ, I spent 3 hours trying to install Linux to make a computer environment Japanese that, okay, ちょっとわかんない. I feel bad for Asagi. She has to tolerate us. I heard a lot of news about Kawaguchi things going well. Kawaguchi things going well. She literally just repeated my comments. Yeah, that's because that's what I've been telling you guys. I think you are kind of new here, so yeah. Because I've been always telling you guys, go to. I even made a short. And I will upload next weekend. Yeah, go to Osaka if you want to date Japanese women. I mean, that's like to exaggerate the title, but yeah, Osaka people are usually more friendly and then open to, you know, talk with foreigners. So if you want to make friends or get a girlfriend, then go to Osaka, right? That's what I've been saying for the past year or so. I have a feeling my wife would love Osaka. Okay, we want to see all of the really old stuff, kind of like the stuff where the Heian capital. Oh, そうだね、そうだね. As soon as I land in Japan, look out, girls love me. Guys hate me. Okay. I think he has Riz. Riz ね。Riz. Appreciate the advice. I tried really hard. I spoke Japanese 90% of the time when I got there. Don't feel sorry. Thank you for talking. Thank you, thank you. ね。Dontonbori is amazing. They have some of the best. 食べ放題。食べ放題ね。Kyoto gets too many tourists, which is a shame. まあね。もうオーバートゥーリズムですね。100% agree. Events and hobbies is where I made friends in Japan too. Makes sense. Can a gaijin date an idol? Less likely, but it's not like impossible, I guess. まあね。But who wouldn't wanna see 稲荷伏見金閣寺そうだよね。It's all the like, you know, fancy Japan thing, right? How do I keep safe from crows in Japan? They are aggressive ね。they are aggressive. But why though? Why? Do you walk and eat something? They usually look for food and attack you, right? Will you go to the Osaka Expo? It's our sister city. あ、そうなんだ。not in not not sadly only friends yet, but we only meet 2 times. Okay, okay. You met this girl just twice. And you guys are friends and you haven't have any conversation or any like physical contact, intimacy at this point. And why do you think you can just get married to her. You are skipping a lot of things to marry a woman. To marry a woman, you have to find a girlfriend first, right? You have to get a girlfriend. You have to learn how to attract women and navigate through to be a girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, right? You have to learn how to talk with women, how to approach women, all that kind of things. I mean, it sucks because it's not easy, right? Once you start, let's say once you start pursue this girl, right? Yandere girl. And she might reject you because she thought it's just a friend. It's just a friendship. And suddenly you try to go for romance and she's like, no, I'm not interested in you. Not like that. It was only for friendship, right? That happens. That happens. Yes, it sucks. But you need to accept that life. And you have to accept that that's just the first step to find a, happy relationship, right? Maybe in your head you are just hoping, imagining that, imagining this girl is into me and then I have a chance to get married to her. But I think you are skipping a lot of things in real life, to be honest. I have to tell you. So you need to take actions, right? Sure, you can approach this yandere woman, but also approach other women too. She's not the only woman in the world. So yeah, and practice. Go out there and practice approaching women if you are really serious about this. If you genuinely think find a Japanese wife is the only way you can move to Japan. Yeah. But still feels weird to me pursuing Japanese woman to get a visa. I don't like the idea, right? I don't like the idea. But if you're really committed to this, you have to start from somewhere. Yeah, maybe ask out this woman or other women. But once they find out that you are approaching this woman, approaching her because you want to have a visa, because you don't have a degree, then they will leave you. Most likely, yeah. So, yeah, I would say, okay, I hope you are still young. I hope you are young. But no matter how young or old you are, I think it's time for you to wake up. Wake up and face the reality. If you don't have a decent degree, then get a degree or some kind of skill set to get hired by a company, right? And if you really want to come to Japan, then learn the language and become an English teacher or something, or some kind of skill set you got, and then come to Japan. And on the way, you might find a woman. But without you not being independent and just seek for a relationship to get visa, that's not realistic. Unless you are like so attractive, like you look like a model and rich, any woman will say yes. Then sure, moving to Japan, like finding a Japanese girlfriend, wife, sounds like an easy way, but if that's not the case, you need to get your shit together now. Yeah. I had a Japanese girlfriend here in Canada. She was awesome. Canada ね。Many Japanese people there, so. ラベンダー I'm on break at work. I feel lucky I was able to catch the live stream. Oh, nice. 頑張って。待って、でもなんか。My girlfriend from Kansai, right? Do you think cybersecurity is a strong field to achieve living in Japan long term? If you make a lot of money and tax in Japan, then yeah. But if not, I don't think there are many jobs available in that industry. But you can definitely look for it. I can't say it for sure because I haven't looked up, but that's the impression. Tom, thanks for the super chat. Love from Canada. Were those hotties? Were those hotties at? Were those hotties at? ちょっと I don't understand. But thank you, Tom. マクレイス Thank you. How did you meet your husband? Bumble. Bumble. We are Bumble couple. There are many Bumble couples. Married couples, even. So, when it comes to international dating, yeah, Bumble is probably so far the best. Akihabara is a joke. I'm shy and clingy to Asian women. I will get over it. Snap out. It includes socialized conversation with them. I'm shy and clingy to Asian women. Interesting. But not to other races? Okay. Yeah, I guess the guy left because I gave reality. Yeah. But I'm not accusing this person, right? なんかね、ね。Yeah, maybe watches too much anime, too much like なんだろうね。Video game. But that's like in a modern society, that's a really common thing, especially young men do. They are so into like anime, video games, social media, whatever, something that is not real. Becomes so hard to face the reality and get over things, right? And I am watching the Dr. K だっけ Dr. K healthy gamer, right? He's the I think he has a therapist. He has a なんだっけ therapist degree じゃなんか he's really aware of like mental health, right? And recently many men, well, of course women too, but especially men, they can't try so hard in the real life because they are addicted to like those contents, right? なんか、まあ、easy dopamine contents such as video games, anime, social media, or maybe porn, those like contents, right? Easy dopamine solution. But in reality, life is boring, right? Life is, you study to get a degree, you have to, learn something to get a job. You have to work, you have to wash dishes to survive, to just live, right? But they can't face it because it's too boring. But nowadays you can easily go escape to the not real world, right? That's why it's hard for them to get back to reality and get shit done. I totally agree. ねえ。でしょ Life is so boring compared to video games or anime, movies, TV shows, right? But that's life. And, but if you are too addicted to those contents, right? You create some unrealistic expectation in your head. Oh, there's a girl. I can date her. She can be my wife, right? Because that's what happens in anime, video games, porn, right? Looks easy, but if you actually open up the box and face the reality, it's not that easy. You need to you have so many things to practice when it comes to, meet a girl, approach a girl, date a girl, make a serious connection with the girl and get married. There are so many steps to take. But they can't see that. They are motivated because they have this expectation that they created in their head. But once they face it, they can't do it because too boring, right? It doesn't, things don't happen like you expected based on what you see from those contents. And I definitely see that in some of my customers too. They have this motivation enough to come to my service and try to, find a nice, healthy relationship with Japanese women. But once they face all the difficulties, they just run away. They never come back to my service, or they might come back to my service, but they haven't really done anything, right? Okay, Asagi, I came back here. But I haven't made any progress. And I was like, okay, have you approached any woman? He says, no. Like, and how am I supposed to help you if you don't try? If you don't try, I can't help you. Yeah, definitely there are some guys who have some kind of image, right? So who have some kind of image in Japanese women and wanna date one of those, but they can't face the reality. Reality is that they might reject you. They might not be interested in you, at least not as a romantic partner. Right? You might face breakups, but it's all like a process to be successful, right? You make mistake, you make rejection, you get rejections, then you have an opportunity to learn from those things. But they can't just take that way. They think failures and rejections are complete, like, oh, that's the end of the life. I can't face it anymore. And they just can't get shit down. It's totally understandable, but if you want to get some kind of result, you have to be committed to it. You have to be determined, and you have to be ready to make mistakes. That's life. And you will be better at it, right? By making mistakes, getting rejected, get some kind of feedback from me, right? ね、なんかそのね、I really recommend you to watch that. It's actually a live stream. His live stream, it's still up. The title is called something like "Why Some Men Cannot Grow Up." It's really a golden topic, and I think it's a great idea to give that kind of awareness, because I believe a lot of men are like so lost in those なんかなんだろうな imagination and cannot take the reality, and they don't even know what's going on in their head. ね。So it's good for the awareness. Anyways, I have to skip some comments. Lots of people have dopamine addictions. For sure, dopamine addiction ね。もうね、ドーパミンよ。ね。cut off easy dopamine. With the focus on dating topics, are there other content creators that you align with or strongly disagree with? EX Homas. 何それ Other content creators that you align with or strongly disagree with? I don't... まあなんだろうな、まあでもデイティングだとね、デイティングトピック、あれかな、なんか seems like I don't know why, but seems like I share many viewers with Mr. Japan. He's pretty much like, very much like なんだっけ、ちょっと、slightly red pill guy, I would say. なんか、まあ、のび太とかも、maybe のび太 is red pilled too. definitely red-pilled Nobita. But yeah, like lots of those Nobita or Mr. Japan, their content is the based of the idea that women are the problem みたいな。なんか they have many topics like that, right? Not all the time, especially Nobita covers like many topics, but when it comes to like まあね dating issues or birthday issues, his narrative is like まあなんか women are the problem, women are the issue. Mr. Japan もね。But for some reason, my viewers also watch Nobita and Mr. Japan, which is strange. They think women are the problem and watch my channel, which is woman-owned channel, right? So I wonder why. Maybe there is some kind of overlap outside the gender issue, but yeah, I don't know why. But Dr. K really good. I'm glad he makes content for young men. He's a good guy. He is. You definitely want to watch him. I've been seeing a Japanese girl for a month. I did not know she is an idol. I will. Will I get killed for this? I can't say never, actually. まあね、dating idol. You have to have guts to do so. そうなんだ。It's not that complicated. The issue is figuring out the level of nonsense you are willing to tolerate from her. ね、まあ、I think, まあ、まあね、in your case, you probably, probably good at dating, right? You don't really have difficulty there. But ね、まあちょっと多分 your advice is it's more like masculine かな。masculine approach だからね。Easier said than done. For sure, for sure. That's why it's a challenge and it's becoming a huge issue. It'd probably be hard for me to get married. I'm still not ready. I prefer to avoid it and go rouge. Now, if you don't want to, you don't need to. Nobody's forcing you. Appreciate this topic. Really, it's a journey that is hard, but worth it in the end. I think so. I feel for most guys like that there is no point in trying because in real life they always get rejected no matter what they do. Then why is なんだろう There are many people still make it though. I get that. Dating is becoming hard. Dating is becoming hard. But also dating is just one of the form of human relationship. You have friendship, you have familyship, and you have relationship. And I think it's overall a social skill, right? So why not というか I think trying to get used to talking with women in general is not a bad idea to make your life better. だけどね、まあ、you don't have to agree, but that's my stance, right? You have female coworkers, you have female members in your family, maybe struggle with getting along with. Maybe you have female friends. Then learning those kind of like social skill is better, works better for your life in general. But just refusing to talk with a woman, probably not the better answer. まあね、まあ I get it. I get it. People's criteria, not just women but also men, it's becoming higher. So it's it's harder to meet. But there are some people who have realistic figure, and maybe who knows? You say women have unrealistic idea in men, but how much do you know about women? How realistic figure you have in women? Maybe your criteria in women or your ideal woman doesn't exist because you have an unrealistic expectation. I don't know. It can go both ways. But I would say figuring out those things might help improving your life in general, right? I don't know. If you are just determined that no women no women will accept you because they are they have so much criteria, super unrealistic, you know. If you believe 100% that and don't want to do anything, then sure, you go your own way. The incel crisis has demographic and cultural causes. ああ、インセルなのかな。インセル、maybe? I don't think you understand the red pill It has nothing to do with being a problem. なんかちょっと英語難しいところなんですけど、なんか it's hard to describe in English. How would I describe those that, for example, like people like Nobita or なんだっけ Mr. Japan, right? Mr. Japan とかね、he just straight up reacting to my content and talk shit about me, right? なんかもうJapanese women みたいなright? Oh, they are so arrogant. They just fantasize foreign men. Yeah. インセルなのかな Maybe incel is I don't know. But they definitely have a very negative views in like women. Women in general doesn't mean every single woman. It's a broad sociological problem and many women speak out on the red pill side. Ooh. The fact that red pill is just being discovered 20 years later just goes to show some things do not be in the mainstream. There's a distinct reason why they only off description and not prescription. Okay. What advice would you give someone on the spectrum with ADHD who finds dating apps and in real life tough, but learns better from dating sims, romance, anime, or harem stories that make things easier? ADHD ね。ADHD なんか、as an ADHD myself, I'm definitely, I haven't, なんだろう、なんだっけ、I haven't been to the doctor on this, but definitely, at least I'm a gray zone ADHD. Right? So I definitely understand the difficulties that, when it comes to my human relationship in general, right? Um, まあね、その ADHD はね、そのドーパミンイシュー。We have this dopamine issue, right? Easy to get distracted by like instant dopamine. I get it. But also, I think there is an overlap with the, like the type of people who are like into those dopamine and cannot really get things done, right? なんだろうね。Me, I have ADHD. It's hard for me to get shit done, small things down, but I still do it. Justin is the same. He has ADHD traits a lot, but we get things done, right? It's hard. Sometimes we miss it. We sometimes, pile up things here and there, but I guess one thing is we still cope with it. We still fight against it. Now, there are many like なんだろうね things that help ADHD, right? Like set the timer とか、like practice to work with ADHD, like knowing your traits as an ADHD and work towards it, like to fight against this, easy dopamine. There's one thing. Also, find someone who understands that, right? Non-ADHD people usually don't understand my struggle. When I was with like non-ADHD men, I had a lot of struggle because I can never meet their expectation, right? It's hard. So finding people who understand what I'm struggling with helps a lot. So I think there are those things that make, なんだろうな、my relationship, my marriage works. I feel like too many people watch negative videos and believe it rather than try things themselves, have their own experiences. That's so true. So that don't bother even trying. I really agree. I really agree with that. Like that's exactly what I talked about when those street interviews are coming up, right? People believe, just believe that most of Japanese women cheat. Most of Japanese people cheat. They are so not loyal. They don't have morals in relationship because people on the street interviews say so. I just believe that and don't try. Just never try. Right? Just Japanese people are disgusting. Right? Right? Well, if you simply are not interested in Japan, then that's fine. But it's kind of sad that people just believe that's all about Japan or Japanese people and then like put the label based on street interview. And maybe, yeah, some of them just put the label on us because they just don't want to try, right? Maybe they had some kind of hope or they are interested in Japan. Maybe they want to date Japanese people, they want to make friends with Japanese people, but they just decided not to. And they just found the reason in street interviews, right? まあね。まあ、いつの間にか。It's been a while. It's time for me to go, but yeah, thanks for the conversation. なんかね、ちょっと、it became a little difficult なんか later on the live stream, but yeah, it was a nice live stream. And I got a lot of support from you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with my production. I'm uploading shorts and I'm writing a next video. It's like a script for the next video. Hope I can upload sometime soon. I'm still working on the finding editors for my YouTube because I definitely yeah,